Good afternoon. This is Cynthia Pacheco for Listening and Speaking level 3 for Bimester 2. I'm going to talk about the carbon footprint. Basically, on unit 9 from our guidebook, what it says like the meaning of carbon footprint is that personal carbon footprint, is that it is the amount of carbon dioxide, which is CO2 on chemistry, that you put into the air when you use electricity, when you drive a car, or when you heat or cool your house. But this involves so many other aspects. For example, how many times you leave your lights turned on that room that you are no longer there. Or how many times you just leave your charger plugged into the wall. That also consumes electricity. How many times have you rather go by a plane rather than driving your car a few more hours just to get there faster? Well, airplanes are the main transportation gadgets that create more carbon dioxide, which affects a lot into our climate, our weather, and the CO2 in our air. It improves it. So I already made the survey to the teacher, and she gave a few tips of how to reduce CO2 emissions, and she basically said that it would be a great idea if you could walk or drive your bicycle to work or to the grocery store or to somewhere that you can go near. I mean, of course, like if you live in Quito and you gotta go to the airport, you're not going to use the bicycle, but you can use public transportation to just reduce using your car and making more CO2 putting into our air. So she also said that she cooks with electricity, which means that she has an induction kitchen at home. That helps to reduce the amount of CO2 that is put into our air, because the gas, many people in our country cooks with gas, those huge blue gas containers, that makes a lot of CO2. So a great way to reduce our carbon footprint it is to cook with electricity. She also said that she doesn't cool her house nor she heats up her house, because actually in our country we don't use that. But of course there are some times that they just turn on the fire on their fireplace. Although it is not that often that they do that, doing that also contributes to the amount of CO2 that she produces to grow. She said that she she has this refrigerator that it saves energy. So like when you go on holidays and you're gonna be at home, she just puts the motion vacations or holidays, and the refrigerator will cool down won't use as much as energy as it will usually need. So that's what I got from her, and I believe that this is a very important topic. Everybody should be aware of what is their own personal carbon footprint, because we're all living in the same place, we're sharing the same house, and it's not fair that some people just don't care about how much carbon CO2 they produce, and others we don't produce as much. So it's a thing that they should create some sort of laws to regulate this thing. So that's what I believe. I believe that it's very important that we could recycle at home, unplug the chargers from the walls, and try to walk instead of drive whenever we can. So thank you, and This was Cynthia Pacheco for listening and speaking 3.